You can see how nice I have this scoped out. And what I'll do is I'll weld this piece to the tube first, and then I'll slip this piece up over top of that and weld it again, so I'll have a double weld. So there you go. There's the first piece, and this guy comes up in there, finishes the job, and you get that cast look, that slip fit look that I'm looking for. I'll grind this out a little bit. Early frame design, motorcycle frame design, they would cast iron, make a cast iron neck instead of using tubing and welding it together like I do. There'd be a little cast iron piece right here under the seat, and that would be, all the tubing would be slipped into it and then brazed together. I'm not using castings, I'm just TIG welding steel together, but I do it the construction I'm doing like on my Henderson is slip fit steel tubing, and it looks like a casting when you're done with it. To the untrained eye, it looks like it's actually an original frame, or at least an early period type frame. So that's kind of the look I'm going for. As you can see, this slip fit piece can't go past this bend and it can't come off the end. So once I get this neck welded in, if it's not right, I'm screwed. You know, I have to cut it apart and start over, which I don't like to do. So really confident that I have it right. I just kind of give it one last check and get in here and weld. Taught myself to weld, so it's not like I took the Cliff's Notes. You know, I had to really learn it because nobody was showing me how. And I used to work on airplanes, and when you work on planes, you know, you have to do everything right. You can't make mistakes. And motorcycles are just as dangerous. Do my own welding, do my own fitting, you know, do everything the way I know it's right. And I can take pride in saying I did it on myself. Okay, this is the back half of the Keystone for the Keystone frame. And what I'm going to do is put a bend in the tubing. And the dial tells you how far you've gone. I don't pay no attention to that. I just bend and go. These are called like angle plate or face plate, and you bolt it to the table and then bolt this plate to it to keep it square. This is one also. These are called V-blocks. See the V-blocks kind of, it's nice for using a piece of tubing. It lines naturally, automatically lines the tubing up. You know, I just have all kind of different stuff I use for my lathe and my milling machines that I use to fixture pieces when I'm making them. Okay, what I just did was I just welded the front piece of the Keystone frame down to the bottom motor mount, and I already got the back piece done, so got everything back up together and up connected to the headstock of the neck of the frame here. And now I just got to figure out a couple small details, like what I want to do with this hoop piece. I think I can get those hoops done in a couple minutes. That should be very fast. The hard work is done. A lot of times when I'm bending tubing or something, or a piece of rod, I take a piece of welding rod and arch it or bend it. It gives me a good idea of where I'm going to be with these tubes. See, I don't know if I'll do a smooth arc like that or not. Maybe it'd be a little too bicycly for me. Won't really go good with these hard bends I have here. But I just get a general idea. A lot of times I use the rod to tell me how long I need to cut a piece. This way I think looks better. Gives it a more, it puts the weight, the bulk of it forward. It gives it this way it looks real skinny. And this way it gives it a more aggressive forward-leaning stance. You know, it's little things like this that you got to pay attention to that make all the difference in the world. Should be pretty quick and easy. Se puede. Got pretty far in one day. I extended these forks to accept this 23-inch clincher rim and tire, board track style. Made a neck for this frame that would fit on this set of forks, and then went through bent steel, cut up some metal and welding, a little bit of grinding, and built the front half of a frame, Keystone style frame for my overhead valve Waverly engine, 1912. Can't find a frame for it anywhere, so I just made one. Be back soon. Check us out soon at choppersinc.com to see more great work from me, Billy Lane.